approach, for those of you that don't have it, how many of you have an aesthetic practice already? So we're about half. So I'm sure many of you might agree that the addition or conversion to that type of medicine involved a little bit of a different approach than what you were traditionally doing before. The right equipment and a busy medical practice does not always ensure a profitable introduction of aesthetic services. There's a lot of things we have to take into consideration. Can you be successful? Yes, but this is not the field of dreams. If you build it, they just will not come. You have to tell them. And you have to tell them many, 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 many times. It requires new skills and a business model. And really what we're doing is the process of transforming or changing your organization so that it will have what people desire to buy. And that actually is the definition of marketing. Okay? It's not ads. It's not PR. It is transforming your organization so that it will have services or products that people desire to buy. Okay? In operationally developing your practice, I like to use the who, what, why, when, where, how approach. I think it's pretty direct. And who's going to do the services? Who are we trying to attract? What are we going to offer? Where are we going to offer it? When are we going to do it? How do we get started? And the most important question you need to ask yourself is why? Why are you doing this? If you're doing this for a quick, get-rich-quick scheme, stop. I'm sure there's 150 other things out on the exhibit floor that will guarantee that for a lot less money. And by the way, they probably won't work either. Okay? It's just like anything else. Anything worth having is going to take time, effort, and hard work. We know who the target market is. We hear baby boomer all the time. I kind of like to remind everybody what exactly we mean by that in the marketing world. And basically, it's the youngest person is approaching 40. The oldest is turning, according to them, 56. I'm willing to bump that up to about 63. Okay. 12,000 Americans will turn age 50 each day for the next 20 years. That is 1 every 8 seconds. Okay. And they represent 80 million Americans. Something to understand about the, quote, baby boomer generation. They're big spenders, but they're price sensitive. They expect success and prosperity and have experienced it for the most part. Okay? They expect 100% customer satisfaction. They want to win. They've experienced more stress than any other generation in history. It's important to understand who it is we're trying to talk to. So what's important to them may not be what's important to you, may not be what's important to another demographic. It's really important that you define your goals. A well-thought-out business plan is the key to clearly defining your goals. And even if you already have a practice in check right now and are maybe looking at a revamp or revitalization, it's important that you know where to start from. And you need to have goals. Your business plan, at the very least, should be able to do the following things. There's a lot of people out there that will design business plans for you from a fee, and there's a lot of templates out there which they will fill in the blanks for you and sell to you at a higher price. It's important that whoever does your business plan clearly understands what type of business you're in and what you're trying to do. Okay? Does it have to be a financial person? Not necessarily. It probably helps. Okay? We want objectives defined. We want to identify measurable goals. Our goal of being the best aesthetic practice in our city's vicinity is not a goal, it's an aspiration. The reason it's not a goal is because I can't quantitatively define how I'm going to measure when I get there. What does the best mean? We just feel good about it? Is it a money goal? Is it a profitability goal? What kind of goal is it? Okay? We want to have aspirations too, but we need to be able to define things. Develop strategies that meet the goals and objectives of what we're trying to do. We need to allocate resources to carry out these strategies, i.e. money, time, people. And we need financial data to substantiate all of the above. Your business plan is your roadmap. Your business plan is also your key document to obtain financing if that's what you're looking to do. If you give a bank, especially right now, a cocktail napkin version of a business plan, you will not get very far at all. Okay? What services should we offer? This poll is a little bit old, but I think it's poignant in what it says. In 2003, actually, Allergan paid Gallup survey to do a poll, and they asked customers that liked aesthetic medicine what aspects of their face that they would like to change. And the number one answer was change the texture of their skin. It wasn't remove wrinkles. It was change the texture of their skin. I imagine if we asked people now, it might be a little different. And probably mostly due to the direct-to-consumer marketing that's taken place by a lot of the companies and a lot of the effects that a lot of the laser companies and other companies have had on the media and their exposure. But right now it would probably be cellulite, I was going to guess. Top 10 non-surgical cosmetic procedures in 2006 and coincidentally also in 2007 were the following. So really the first thing in your business plan, it all generates around your business plan and your service menu. Until you know what types of services you're offering, you don't know how big your facility needs to be. You don't know how many people you need to hire. You don't know how much money you need. You don't know the equipment you need. Okay? You can get a facility first, but I don't recommend it. So those are the top ones. And I predict there will be some shifting in that coming up too with the advent of a lot of these light-based devices. Fractional technology is going to show up there very soon. I think cellulite treatments are going to move up in the mix. I think microdermabrasion is going to move down in popularity. If you have current patients, ask them what they want. If you have an office that sees patients on a daily basis and you're not doing aesthetics right now, or even if you are, take a half piece of paper, type out a survey with 5 questions on it. I'd be interested in the following. And the last one be a seminar about something. And see what they check. You don't even need, you can have them put their name and number on it. It will give you a guide as to what they're interested in or not. And find out what the interest is in. Who provides the services? This is all going to be dependent on where you're operating. For the most part, those are the people that can provide services. There are some states in which anyone can. Georgia might be one of those. I think I can do Botox in Georgia as long as somebody supervises me, which is frightening. Where will these procedures be formed? We've heard the real estate adage, location, location, location. Location is important. It's important in the fact that it needs to be somewhere that's easily accessible. It needs to be someplace that if you're operating in non-traditional business hours that people will feel safe parking in or walking in the evening.